So we just realized something that we forgot. So we have a checklist that we go through for tournaments, so we know everything that needs to be in the trailer, so we should be all set. We pulled up, got everything set up, and then we're like, all right, time to kick back and chill. There's no stools. Morning guys, we're out here at Lake City again for another tournament. Rough start to the morning, but we're set up now and already having a great day. Right in between both fourplexes over there and over there. So the first drop off of the day was already pretty crazy. So the guy told me that he placed the order online for it yesterday and then saw that we were gonna be here at the tournament today. So that's pretty crazy. And then we had another guy coming to drop off a break-in, and I was explaining to them that we don't have any stools. He's like, how about I bring you a chair and you cut me a deal on the break-in? All right. He just pulled up, here's the chair we got. That's this right. Is nuts. You gonna hold that?
Top of the line.
All right, let's see what we're working with. All right, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Alrighty.
Pull the back of it off and it'll let the arm slide down. See the little thing on it? And pull it up. I just stole it from my 5-year-old, so I hope it's working.
Okay. All right.
44 Pro.
Okay.
We had it partially broke in, but as you can feel, it's still very, very tough.
Oh yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Well, and she's also only 9.
Here's the kind of the shape that we're working with. This thing is terrible right now. Put this thing on. That's how it closes. What kind of pocket is that? Here's the finished product, much better shape on that. I can't really put my hand in it because it is for a 9-year-old and I had to tighten up the wrist on it, so I can't really get my hand in there at this point, but it is much softer, and as you can tell by the shape. I guess I can kind of close it for you. So in the last video, you guys remember we were getting the new air compressor set up, but we didn't have the right plug. I'll show you guys what it sounds like in the next one, so stay tuned for that. That's what it sounds like with it running. It's not as quiet as our bigger compressor that we have, but the other one that's usually in the shop, it's way quieter than that one is. So here's that partial relace that John just got fixed up, had that in like 10 minutes. And then this full refresh in pink that he did not too long ago came out pretty good.
Yeah, that is for you.
A little bit better shape on that thing?
Yeah, much better shape.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a lot softer.
Oh geez, man, we are low. A little lower than we normally are. Can you link to the skiving tool that you use? The one we currently using, no, because they don't sell it anymore. I'll show you guys a little bit closer view of it. It's a tabletop mount one. It's just got 2 holes you bolt it down with. You load the lace in from the front of the back just with the pressure right there. And then I just put on a piece of wood so that way we can move it to whatever bench we need it. And then you just adjust the thickness of it from that little dial right there. This thing was like $300 or $400, I can't remember. But like I said, they don't sell that model anymore. I believe they have a different one that they do sell. I think they're on Tandy Leather, so you can check on there. But those tabletop ones are actually pretty expensive. There's a different style that you could use if you just want something real cheap. It's not put together right now, but you can get these little mini hand planers. Those you can find for like maybe even less than 20 bucks. So if it's just something you're doing occasionally, I would just recommend something like that, because the tabletop models are a few $100s. And then if you get an electric skiver, those are closer to like $1,500. So kind of just depending on how often you do it. Let's see if we can get to this next question. All right, so, oh, we got another one. Oh, what do we got working on here? Oh, it's Charlie busted. How much you want to do? Just get that one section fixed real quick?
No, only...
Whole thing, or only this?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
My English little.
Okay, we'll get it figured out. I speak glove, so if you do too, we should figure it out. Do you want conditioner on here too? Or?
No.
No? For the laces, what color do you want to do? The same?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need one.
You need one of these?
Orlando.
Orlando? We're working on it. We're working on it. See if we get through the question now. Last one that we have, how did you build the glove smash press machine to break in gloves? And I could honestly make a whole separate video about that. Really what happened was I had started doing the break-ins at the tournaments and it was just like wearing me out so much, so I was like, I gotta figure out another option. So I was like researching all different machines that they have out there. And I saw different options in Japan. They had some that were like mechanical, that was like with springs and stuff like that. And I also saw a couple that had a pneumatic press, but I couldn't find where to buy one. So I was researching that for a while. And then I eventually found 2 people that had just a glove press here in the States. But neither one of them was really working out great. Like the lead times were really crazy. The communication, you know, trying to buy it was just a little awkward. and it was just really difficult to try to get the process going. So I was like, you know what, I actually in college went to school for product design and manufacturing, so like building products and designing stuff was honestly what I wanted to do with my career. It wasn't until I just kind of got tired of college where I dropped out and then ended up later on starting my own business. So I know how to work on like AutoCAD, all that kinds of stuff, and then also took like welding classes, metal fabrication classes in high school. So I knew how to build all this stuff, but I never had a reason to do anything. So after striking out on all those other options, I was like, well, I've done enough research on how these things work and everything, why don't I just build my own? So I kind of just started that journey of, you know, figuring out where to get every single part, how it works together. Was able to find somebody there in Tallahassee. I came up with the design and then just took them the blueprints and had them build me the frame. And then from there, I just put it all together myself. And then so far I have built 2 of the machines and then working on the 3rd design currently. But yeah, it's been a really fun project for me. This has got to be one of the most common requests that we get is people just bringing us like gloves that just have terrible shape to it, and literally all they want is just it reshaped so it's got like proper structure to it, because like right now, like that's how it wants to sit. Not good. This is a little bit of an issue. Just plugged it in. Here's the switch. Nothing. I get to tinker around for this, see if I can figure out what the issue is, and hopefully I can solve it. All right, plug it before I start jacking with the electricity. Oh shit, it's still hot.
Pick it up.
Zap myself. All right, please work. I am a mechanical genius. I actually have no idea what I did, but I tore it all apart, jingled some wires around, flipped it back on, and it worked. Hopefully it kicks on. Okay, good. But here's how that one turned out. Here's the next one we got up. This is just the A1000. It's going to get a full refresh in turquoise. So again, right now. All right, we're at the halfway point, so it's fully clean now. Here's something that's kind of interesting that most people probably don't know. So for baseball and softball gloves, they oftentimes have palm pads that are in them. Most of the time for baseball, they use leather palm pads, but softball will either use foam or like a synthetic honeycomb pattern. And so this one's got one of the synthetic ones, so I'll show you guys what that looks like. So on the inside, it's actually like kind of this weird like silicone honeycomb pattern thing going on. They definitely last a lot longer than the foam ones do, but kind of interesting. So just finished relacing it, and it's a little stiff right now just because it's got fresh laces in it. And when you're shipping it out, normally that's okay, but if you're doing it at a tournament on the spot and you know they're going to use it right away, it's good to go ahead and break it back in for them, so that way it's not a drastic change from how the glove felt before, and they're still a little bit more comfortable so they can just use it a little bit quicker. That is a wrap on today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, be sure to do all the YouTube stuff, you know the deal.
Subscribe to Glove Refresh.
All right, one more time.
Subscribe to Glove Refresh.
Good enough.
Say it again.
I don't know if this is the greatest idea. This thing's already God.
What is that guy doing on my dog? What are you doing?
We're filming a YouTube video. Oh yeah.